preseason game, Gabe. The most important, I think it's fair to say, preseason game because it's the first preseason game. How are we doing?
You know what? I'm going to give you props for saying the NFL is back and not football is back. Because football is played year-round, UFL, Arena League, CFL, and we got a classic CFL game going on right now as we speak. But the NFL is back, and it's, like I said, every marathon begins with the first step. This is the first step. We see Mike Tomlin as an analyst for the first time right now. Maria Taylor is back. Jason Garrett. The wheels are now in motion. Next Thursday, everybody will play in the National Football League, so there are no games tomorrow or this weekend. We have the Hall of Fame game tonight, and then next week, the preseason starts, and then next thing you know, boom, the regular season will be here, Kevin. We're ready to rock and roll. A big night of action tonight. NFL preseason, CFL football, in which we had the highest total in pro football history, 69.5. The NFL record is 64.5. There had never been a total this high in the CFL before. This is the biggest total in pro football history at 69.5. And I don't expect there are going to be 69 points scored in Canton, Ohio tonight, Kevin. So what are you pulling the trigger on? What are you doing with our first steps of the journey?
I realize I'm excited for this opportunities, but I'd be crazy to overthink the Hall of Fame game. I said to you around a week ago, I liked the Cardinals. There were moments you made me wonder, were Carolina the side? Was Kenny Pickett going to score a touchdown on his first 2 drives? I don't care. I'm on Arizona. I'm on Carson Beck. Wasn't expecting to say that a lot this season, Gabe. So give me the Cardinals. But here, you'll appreciate this. You said something that really, really stuck with me. Because you were reading through the numbers. You go, they're -1.5. Well, they're actually -120 to win the game. You're an idiot if you lay -1.5. But you might be a genius if you take 1.5. Why can't this thing land 1? Why not, Gabe? So I took the 1.5 with Arizona tonight.
Yeah, nobody's playing for a tie. Everybody goes for 2 late and does strange things in preseason games. The coaches are getting hungry and they want to go to Denny's after the game. They've had enough, right? Like after being there in the stadium for 5 hours. So you're sticking to your guns here with Arizona. And I got to tell you, too, football is back because I loaded up on Carolina today more than I would like for a preseason game. And I saw Carson Beck warming up, and I'm like, man, he's got a pretty good zip on his ball in the warm-up. Right away. I was like, looks pretty comfortable. Like the first thing I thought, I was like, yeah, he looks kind of like he belongs. There's sort of that like first moment when you see these guys like on the field in their uniforms. It's like, yeah, this isn't going to work. Like, I was like, yeah, it kind of looks like he belongs here. Kenny Pickett, spectacular preseason numbers, Kevin. If there's an NFL Hall of Fame for preseason only, Kenny Pickett's in it. Along with John Harbaugh. Right?
Yep.
Along with John Harbaugh. Mike Tomlin was pretty damn good in the preseason, too, actually. Andy Reid is good in the third game. There's sort of nuances to it. I'm going to stick to my guns, in which I just like this Carolina roster better. I think they're a little further along. I think they have more depth right now. I like the quarterback situation better with Kenny Pickett and Haynes King than I do with Keaton Slovis and Carson Beck. Haven't liked what I've seen from Arizona's camp so far, but that could be overblown. But for what I'm doing, guys, give me Carolina in the first half on the money line, -120. Carolina in the football game, -120. I don't know what you think about this same game parlay. Panthers to score less than 23.5 points, and the Cardinals to score under 20.5, -155. This even gives me a little cushion as far as the total is concerned. Like, you know what I mean? I look at this. I don't want to say how does this
20.
I don't want to say how does this lose, but I like this. -155. Panthers under 23.5, Cardinals under 20.5, parlay together, minus 125. And Kevin, this one I found earlier in the day. One of those, like, you got to be kidding me type of bets.
Yeah.
They pulled it. It's not available anymore.
Uh-oh.
Under 58.5 pass attempts tonight in tonight's football game. How the hell are you going to get 59 pass attempts tonight with Haynes King on the field for 3 quarters?
I got to tell you, I get a real kick out of how you see Haynes King playing this game. It's basically he's going to get out there, and it's Navy football. Wing tee.
Yeah, this is Georgia Tech versus Navy, Kevin. Yeah, we're running the option. Yep. We're running a little T-bone. Maybe a couple little rollouts.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
We'll see if I'm right as he runs for first downs tonight.
I will say the last time both teams got to 20, and I know you have a 20.5, but 2013, it looks like it was, Gabe. 2013, last time
both teams got to 20 in a Hall of Fame game.
Yeah. Now, it doesn't – sometimes teams get to 30. Like, you could end up being too right about Carolina. We've seen them get crazy, right?
Yeah.
24-7 final score. We've seen it. I don't think that's going to happen.
We talked about it, Kevin. I posted earlier today. 4 of the last 5 Hall of Fame games have gone over 34.5 points. But
yeah,
like you said, there's been 31-7s. There's been quite a few one-sided games.
Yep. Yeah, that's why I ultimately left the total alone. I think it's going to be the number one thing we're going to want to bet live. We're going to be here for 2 hours tonight, guys, covering this game. I think the total is going to be the number one, I think, attraction from a live betting perspective. Classic NFL, like, what a welcome back. This game won't. Come on, do we not all still miss the World Cup? I mean, really? I mean, we would be 5 minutes in.
Well, I'm just thinking, Kevin, that this pregame is longer than the World Cup halftime show. Like, I got to be honest
right now.
I got to be honest, dude. When I saw there were a bunch of kids on the field, like at 7:55, I was like, yeah, there's no way in hell like we're kicking off anytime soon. Anytime soon. And I don't know like what we got going on. We got Luke Kuechly. They're interviewing Luke Kuechly's father now, bro. Isn't this what halftime is for? Yeah. Like, I don't want to, congratulations. You made the Hall of Fame, but, America's waiting. Like, we have a lot of money on the line here, sir. So can you please step aside?
Well, I don't want to blame him, Gabe. I don't think he said, listen, you can't induct my son unless you talk to him.
I have an inside scoop. I heard that the Kuechlys are big divas, and he demanded that his father gets, airtime. That's not true. That's not true. I should tweet that out, Kevin, and get 4 million hits. I would. Luke Kuechly's father demanded airtime. Otherwise, Luke wouldn't show up for the festivities. You get 2 million hits. Like, oh, you're a jackass. You're wrong. But, like, whatever, dude.
Yeah, you can just kind of say whatever you want these days. I think that's how the game works.
How about that guy, Kevin, that said not one team in the Big Ten plays top 5, plays more than 2 teams in the top 25. It was actually a real post from somebody. Somebody said, simply, that's not true at all.
We got football on the way back. Philly had issues elsewhere last year that were on full display in the playoff game against the Niners. They couldn't move the ball all game, and then they got in a 2-minute hurry-up drill, and they walked right down the field. Guys, Tom Brady would do Eagle games. Every single week he'd go, gosh, if they do some hurry-up. And then immediately they'd do some hurry-up, 2-minute warning, and they'd look like a completely different football team.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
The dark days are ahead for the Warriors. And when Curry and Kerr and Draymond all leave, what are we going to be looking at that franchise that has been a mainstay of the NBA, the face of the NBA and NBA playoffs for so long? Where are they going to be? So I see no issue with them bringing Draymond back. Why not? You have one last go at things with the trio that they still have there, but I see this as a very long season.
Game time decisions only on SportsGrid.
Just can't win the big game. He can't get us in the big game. Well, we got to let him go now because we're tired. We'll keep the quarterback. So, you know what I've been saying? Okay, you kept the quarterback. Guess what? Mr. Lamar Jackson, it's on you now.
Hey,
It's on you.
Absolutely.
Right? It's on Lamar.
It is. It is totally on him now and the new coaching staff there.
Outspoken with Dan Cilio. Only on SportsGrid.
I'd be looking to sell Louis Varland at this point just because his success has been great, but I'm also worried about how many more opportunities he's going to have given the dynamic of where the Blue Jays sit in the standings. We've heard some rumors that they may be wanting to trade Jeff Hoffman, and it could open up a lot of opportunities for Louis Varland, but there's also nothing pushing the Blue Jays to continuously have out a great player when they're fighting for nothing when it's all said and done.
Pro Baseball Today. Only on SportsGrid.
Andrew Billings of Baylor fame steps up for a sack on 3rd and 1. Maybe it's a good thing they took that over-under pass attempt prop away. They called 3 pass plays on the opening drive. The Panthers, they got 3 and out.
And, and every time someone gets tackled in this game, I fear they're going to fumble the ball. Like, is someone on Carolina? Like, when Pickett went down, I was like, I actually gave him, like, as if I'm a coach, Kevin, I was almost like, good job, Kenny. Good ball management there. I'm glad, good. I was almost expecting you to fumble.
Yeah.
He got lit up. He got taken down. I was like, good job. All right, you protected the ball. Good game management. I thought they were moving the ball after, that little dink and dunk there. But here's Carson Beck's first professional snap. And he's going to have a pass attempt.
Look at this. As per, by the way, you have come on, you want some international feed over there? What's the story? What are we doing here? The FIFA's one thing, right? But
I'm sorry. I didn't even realize or think about this. Why am I way ahead?
You're like, he's going to be throwing. I'm watching him come out to the huddle. Hey, guys, let's get in here. Let's get in here and talk ball.
I'm already let's see.
You know what this is? You know how, Gabe, when they would be like, hey, listen, we've got Tony Romo, a practice, right? This is almost practice for you and I during the actual NFL season here.
Yeah.
Try and figure out.
Yeah, but this is a lesson learned again. So let me go. I'm going to switch channels here. All right. Let's see, where are you at on the? Okay, wait, I see Jacoby Brissett here. Blah 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 blah.
Ooh,
they're not showing the clock.
Perfect. I think
23 touchdowns. 23 touchdowns last year. Pretty impressive.
I think the Cardinals' offense can be sneaky good.
11:50 now. 11:45 now.
Okay, you're about 5 or 6 seconds ahead of me. I can live with that.
Okay, so this is better.
I can live with that. We're going to talk a lot of Cardinals and Panthers here, Gabe. I got to say, Arizona and that offense have a lot of guys with a lot of expectations, right? Jeremiah Love, Trey McBride, Marvin Harrison, Michael Wilson last year came on, had himself a fantastic season. The reason the Cardinals they feel impossible to buy in on is the schedule. I mean, I think, and I'll pull up the exact numbers because I wrote them down. I think they're a double-digit dog in over half their games this season. Double-digit underdog. It is incredible, the ask put on it. Now, a lot of it has to do with their division, right? Seattle, LA, and San Fran. I think 5 of those games are double digits. It's pretty wild.
I think, Kevin, that and the Cardinals have a lot of good sort of fantasy football players. They're going to be trailing. They're going to be playing from behind. Brissett is serviceable enough to spray the ball around, but they're going to lose a lot of football games. And their win total is 4.5. And, on paper, they do have that talent. They really do. But as Kevin alluded to, where's the first win coming from? Like, you can argue that they start the season like 0-10, 0-12.
They are
like they open
a
up.
touchdown underdog, Gabe, in their first 11 games.
That's what I'm saying.
So just to set the stage.
So I look at, you open up at the Los Angeles Chargers. All right, so Justin Herbert shouldn't be frolicking in the turf with his girlfriend, but they're still going to beat the Arizona Cardinals in week 1. Cardinals could cover some spreads, though, right? Because they're going to be getting big numbers, right? So they'll be that dangerous backdoor cover team all year. But, yeah, they open up with the Chargers. They host the defending Super Bowl Seattle Seahawks at San Francisco. You could argue at New York, but I look at the Giants, and this is one of the few games I see the Giants actually winning. Versus Detroit, at Los Angeles, you play the Rams. Versus the Denver Broncos, at the Dallas Cowboys, Seattle Seahawks again, the Rams again, Kansas City,
insane.
Washington, Philadelphia, and then you get a reprieve the Christmas week, Kevin. You got the New York Jets.
Off a bye. It's the spot.
So how many wins do they have going into Sunday, December the 20th? Like, if we're being nice, like 2? And because anything can happen, right? Weird things happen, and they're professional
2-11
players.
Is still a terrible football team.
Yeah. All right. So, and then they wrap up. New Orleans is better than they are. And then you get versus Vegas, okay. Versus San Francisco again. I got to go under 4.5, guys, and you're getting plus money with this. So if you can find, I'm sure there's books with 5.5 and minus money. I don't mind both of them. There's no way in hell this football team gets to 6 wins. No way in hell.
That's interesting. So you're seeing, again, books can vary. The last win total I saw, Gabe, maybe it's moved throughout the summer. I see it 3.5 plus 115 to the under. Right?
Whoa. That's a bad number.
What are you seeing?
So, but let's compare. This is the time of year, and this is what you got to do. Especially with win totals, you got to shop around. So I was looking at Bet365. Here it is, Bet365, regular season wins. Arizona Cardinals, over under 4.5. All right, my bad. It's the over 4.5 is plus 125. Under 4.5 minus 160. So for 4.5 minus 160, over 4.5 plus 125, but still 4.5.
Yeah. I see a minus 186 on the 4.5, so it is better, right?
Let me compare here. I'll go to Bet Online.
Very, very, though, just to the point, very difficult to see this team, who, by the way, I don't think are all that interested in winning 7 or 8 games, right? Like, that's not the MO.
No, they're trying to stockpile talent, and they kind of do have talent, but there's still so many holes on the team.
Defensively, they're still far behind the 8 ball.
And
I think. And quarterback.
The division they're in. I mean, that's 0-6, Kevin. That's 0-6. But that's the way I look at it. I sort of look at it, guys. So let's say they get 1, but let's just say hypothetically they lose all 6 times in the division.
Yeah, I think they did
twice
last year.
To the Rams. Twice to the Rams, twice to the Niners, twice to the Seahawks. That gives them 12 games. Means they have to go 5-7 against the rest of the league. They're not going 5-7 against anybody. It's not happening. You know what I mean?
But you alluded to it, Gabe. I got to tell you, I feel like I might bet Arizona all the time.
Oh, yeah. We're getting 14.5, bro, and 11.5.
We're getting double digits every game. It's crazy.
Yeah, we got Brissett, McBride, Harrison, Love, and these guys backdooring, putting up stats and stuff.
Yeah, I cannot
Big difference between wins and losses and ATS record, guys.
Absolutely.
Big difference.
All right, Panthers got the ball. Coming back. Philly had issues elsewhere last year that were on full display in the playoff game against the Niners. They couldn't move the ball all game, and then they got in a 2-minute hurry-up drill, and they walked right down the field. Guys, Tom Brady would do Eagle games. Every single week he'd go, gosh, if they do some hurry-up. And then immediately they'd do some hurry-up, 2-minute warning, and they'd look like a completely different football team.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
the dark days are ahead for the Warriors. And when Curry and Kerr and Draymond all leave, what are we going to be looking at that franchise that has been a mainstay of the NBA, the face of the NBA and NBA playoffs for so long? Where are they going to be? So I see no issue with them bringing Draymond back. Why not? You have one last go at things with the trio that they still have there. But I see this as a very long season.
Game time decisions only on SportsGrid.
Just can't win the big game. He can't get us in the big game. Well, we got to let him go now because we're tired. We'll keep the quarterback. So, you know what I've been saying? Okay, you kept the quarterback. Guess what? Mr. Lamar Jackson, it's on you now.
Hey,
It's on you.
Here. Absolutely.
Right? It's on Lamar.
It is totally on him now when the new coaching staff there.
Outspoken with Dan Cilio, only on SportsGrid.
I'd be looking to sell Louis Varland at this point just because his success has been great, but I'm also worried about how many more opportunities he's going to have given the dynamic of where the Blue Jays sit in the standings. We've heard some rumors that they may be wanting to trade Jeff Hoffman, and it could open up a lot of opportunities for Louis Varland, but there's also nothing pushing the Blue Jays to continuously have out a great player when they're fighting for nothing when it's all said and done.
Pro Baseball Today, only on SportsGrid.
Back with you guys here on SportsGrid. Let's see what the flag is.
It's our first.
Oh, welcome to the preseason.
Yeah, it's our first, you got to be kidding me, ref. Call of the season if you're on Arizona. If you're on Carolina, you're like, oh, good call, ref, and bailing them out. That was not pass interference. It was not going to be caught. Pickett threw it from duress, Kevin, from the back of the end zone.
They're on the 2-yard line?
Yeah, the referee bailed him out. The referee just, he threw the flag because there was contact on the sideline. Wow. I would have said, I'm not bailing you guys out. You got to
moves the football 31 yards. Completely flips the field.
Hey,
I mean,
it'd be nice, Kevin, if they give my boy Kenny a second to throw to someone, though. Oh, man, I gotta tell you, this Carolina offensive line, they just showed those injuries, Kevin, on the screen there, man.
Yeah.
Dude, if this is your offense, you could have some big offensive line problems. This is not a great sign. All right, he dumps it off here.
But I think that's the worry, Gabe, for Carolina, for me, is the fully healthy version of them, I would agree, are maybe being a little disrespected. But they are legitimately injured, right? And it matters, man. You want to get a good offensive line in front of Bryce Young. I think he could take another step this year. We know he took a step last year, and they really did almost beat the Rams in the playoffs. It was impressive.
Yeah, we can't forget that. I'm glad you brought that up. And it's not dominant. Everyone wants to give the Super Bowl to the Rams now. And I know I get they got Myles Garrett now, but it wasn't like Jared Verse sucked, guys. All right, so
correct.
It was like, they had no, you know what I mean? They had now they have Myles Garrett. It's like, Jared Verse was a damn good player, and still is a damn good player. And the Bears nearly beat him, Kevin, in the playoffs. Very similar to the Dodgers. Yeah. Like everyone wants to hand,
and then
the
they
Dodgers,
got beat,
same thing.
by the way.
Yeah,
and then they
thank
lost.
you. And then they lost, yes.
the next game. Yes, they almost lost
the same
the first
guys
two games,
that are going to own everybody now.
Lost.
Exactly.
That was the rhythm of the Rams season. There's another element of the Rams, Gabe, just quickly. All of their best guys are coming off the best seasons they've ever had. Stafford with an MVP, Puka with all his career numbers, Miles with the sack record. Sometime you go backward. Do you guys think Myles Garrett's going to reset the sack record? You think Stafford's going to repeat his MVP? I would say no to both of those things, guys.
I want to bring this up. Another punt in this football game.
Oof.
Total is down to 29.5 right now. So are you thinking, all right, I want to get in on the under because this is going nowhere, or is the thought process, you know what? This number is going to come down low enough that I'm going to get intrigued to take the over. Which way do you go on that?
I think the latter, which might be ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm not ready to say, I'm betting under 28.5 or 29.5.
Yeah. What I'm a little interested in, though, is let's just say Kenny Pickett doesn't come out for the next drive. Now, I think he will. Do the books adjust to that? I almost want to buy, maybe I'm nuts, the Haynes King, Keaton Slovis minutes.
And let me bring it up, Kevin, just for
adjust that total.
For people to make their decision. Carolina did the same thing Arizona just did. They just pinned Arizona on the goal line.
Mm-hmm.
So now Carson Beck, like, all right, kid. And now this is Carolina's turn to, like, try to bully them a little bit on the goal line. All right, guys, what do you got? Right? What do you got? Try to blow this kid up. Let's get a safety here or like a turnover or get good field position out of it. So I'm just stating that punt could kind of help the over. You know what I mean? The fact that it's on the goal line right now.
Right. Obviously the incredible thing is we just had that same situation and somehow we're
bailed out.
Back to back. You know what's supposed to never happen? Consecutive drives starting on the 2 yard line of the other
Kevin.
side.
That's the best. Welcome to the preseason. You're right. Yeah. Somehow it's like, how are you guys starting on your goal line? Wow. It's the preseason. It's like, wow, I was going to say, wow, he probably should have caught the punt in the air instead of letting it bounce around, but that's start number one.
Like the Cardinals defense is here, we've given up 7 yards. How are our guys pinned? What happened here, right? So, we'll see how it goes.
That's a good point. There's some positivity on the sidelines, Kevin, from the defensive line coaches right now. Great job, guys. Every unit is gunning for something different here. But like I said, guys, I'm not ready, to say, oh yeah, let's jump in on this under right now.
Can I throw something your way?
It's still 29 and a half.
Be careful. Gabe, first quarter total over half a point plus 110.
I say over.
Philly had issues elsewhere last year that were on full display in the playoff game against the Niners. They couldn't move the ball all game, and then they got in a 2-minute hurry-up drill, and they walked right down the field. Guys, Tom Brady would do Eagle games. Every single week he'd go, gosh, if they do some hurry-up. And then immediately they'd do some hurry-up, 2-minute warning, and they'd look like a completely different football team.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
The dark days are ahead for the Warriors. And when Curry and Kerr and Draymond all leave, what are we going to be looking at that franchise that has been a mainstay of the NBA, the face of the NBA and NBA playoffs for so long? Where are they going to be? So I see no issue with them bringing Draymond back. Why not? You have one last go at things with the trio that they still have there. But I see this as a very long season.
Game time decisions only on SportsGrid.
Just can't win the big game. He can't get us in the big game. Well, we got to let him go now because we're tired. We'll keep the quarterback. So, you know what I've been saying? Okay, you kept the quarterback. Guess what? Mr. Lamar Jackson, it's on you now.
Hey,
it's on you.
Absolutely.
Right? It's on Lamar.
It is totally on him now and the new coaching staff there.
Outspoken with Dan Cilio, only on SportsGrid.
I'd be looking to sell Louis Varland at this point just because his success has been great, but I'm also worried about how many more opportunities he's going to have given the dynamic of where the Blue Jays sit in the standings. We've heard some rumors that they may be wanting to trade Jeff Hoffman, and it could open up a lot of opportunities for Louis Varland, but there's also nothing pushing the Blue Jays to continuously have out a great player when they're fighting for nothing when it's all said and done.
Pro Baseball Today, only on SportsGrid.
All right, so I am seeing a 3rd and 7 for Carson Beck, and just a gorgeous football by Beck.
Carson Beck with the big first big play. Yeah, first big play in the career.
Completion. Jalen
got him out of troubles.
On the receiving end of that one, Gabe.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Not a fan, Kevin. Was really hoping to see them get blown up and have to punt from the end zone.
But if you're an under better, it's funny, but that's perfect. To stop.
Oh, yeah, it's almost worse now. Carolina. Especially now, right here, first play, they get stuffed, like, right away. It just wastes more time. Like,
yeah.
Yeah. You're right. It's one of those, like, the games that are played in the middle of the field are the worst, but Arizona do have something going on there, and let's give Beck credit. Right, his back was against the wall. He started the drive, in his own end zone type of deal, right on the goal line, and he's got him. He's got him in midfield right now.
And I think for Beck, obviously, this is. I'm not saying it's the reason why the game is 0-0. The game means a lot more to Carson Beck than Kenny Pickett, right? At the end of the day, Kenny Pickett knows who he is. He's I'm a backup quarterback. Maybe I'll get a chance somewhere, sometime. But it is what it is. Right. Beck's hoping I can start games for Arizona this year. Multiple games. That's what he's hoping.
First impressions are important, dude. They really are.
Yeah.
And you know this, right? In football, Kevin, especially when you've got Jacoby Brissett there, you've got Gardner Minshew there. You're not going to get that many snaps and reps. You want to show what you can in the limited chance you get, right? And you know, people should know this. It's not just about this. The coaches see, all right, how prepared was he coming into this? How seriously did he take it? How much did he study the playbook? And there's a lot that goes into it, obviously, but excuse me. Impressive drive for Beck right now as they continue to move the ball.
They are moving the ball right now. Live, they've flipped Arizona to favorites. Hey, this is incredible. I actually think it's a bit of an opportunity here. Plus 3.5, minus 130 on Carolina, but a field goal before any points go up on the board.
Well, what do we just talk about?
But also, sorry, quick disclaimer, though,
points in the first quarter.
I could be behind. I just want to give a little disclaimer. Like, for me, they're at the 40. They might be, at the 20. So I want to be careful. But, yes, we were talking about if there would be points in the first quarter.
And it could be coming any second or any minute now. They are in field goal range. They are in field goal range, right?
Wow.
The only thing is, they get into a fourth and medium, fourth and short, they could go for it. Right? It's the preseason. They might say, you know what? Let's see what we got in short yardage situations here. So, it's not guaranteed they kick a field goal here, but this is an impressive drive for Arizona, man. They've moved the ball down the field. They're on the 21-yard line right now.
Yeah, this has been nice to watch here. To Gabe's point, Donovan Bam Knight's running well all of a sudden back there. Sometimes that can be the trickiest thing in a preseason game, to get that run game kind of churning a little bit, and Arizona has it. Man, but just kind of already seeing, Gabe, like, they are going to swing these numbers here. I mean, you're going to get at least 4.5 on Carolina with a touchdown, I would say.
I find it interesting that it's 29.5. Just for the record, they just showed Carson Beck's all-time record. 37-6 in college.
Pretty good.
Very impressive. Yeah, he's played 43 football games, and he's won 37 of them. Very impressive. And he had like 1 million drops when he was at Georgia as well. So, it's been very impressive for him. Nice football here. Nice. You know what? He's throwing nice balls too, Kevin. Right? It's not just like sort of like, he's dumping it off and guys are turning it into something. No, he's throwing crisp passes, like right where they're supposed to be. Look at this last pass there. It was right at the helmet. Boom. That sets them up in a 3rd-and-1 situation. Arizona moving the ball.
Let's, it's interesting, though, now. Will they actually score, Gabe, before the quarter ends? Right?
This is where the race comes in here. I didn't get the bet in. But if anybody did, this is where it gets real. And I like this, Kevin. The total's 29.5. They didn't move it. Right? Like, it's funny. Like, they're even on the goal line right now. Like, they're knocking on the door. It's like, it's 29. We're leaving it at 29. Like the book, the computer has it in their data banks that this is going to get into the 30s somehow.
But this sport, like, you think, like, there's no way someone's sweating out this drive getting into the end zone before the first.
There's always
yes,
somebody sweating some. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sweating out. I need 3 more points from Calgary in the first half right now. I have a big parlay on this too. So somebody is, I guarantee you, people tuning on our show right now are sweating out an at-bat right now in a baseball game.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
And I'm sweating out some WNBA action, and I have no idea what's going on because football's back.
It's funny. I'm trying to live bet that game, but I'm getting the wheel. I'm not like my connection's giving me an issue.
Oh, my God. This is insane. If you bet, will there be points in the first quarter? He just got tackled on the goal line, and they're not going to score. Oh, my God. If you bet this to the over.
Oh. And they're gonna take it right into the end. All right, guys. So that's gonna do it. End of the first quarter. 0s on the board.
Wow.
Cardinals though will have the ball at the Panthers 1 yard line. Out of that break, live options here. Okay, they have a 5.5 point spread, 31.5 point total. They flipped the Cardinals to -265 favorites. All of a sudden, Gabe, pretty big number. On
too much of an overreaction. Too much of an overreaction, in my opinion. Now, I'm already on Carolina, so no, that's the thing. And even if they do, it's like, all right, so we're going to make it 6.5 or whatnot. There's going to be weird plays in this game, guys, a lot as we go on. All right, Carolina's going to make a big play. Arizona's going to make a mistake as we go on. There was a reason why the odds makers, when it was 0-0, didn't really move. They're like, yeah, we're going to leave it at 29.5 here. It's 31.5 now. So they believe if they're saying 31.5, there's more points coming. And I doubt it's only Arizona they're going to score.
Right. I think, what was Carolina's plan with Pickett? Does this change that at all? Like, were they like, hey, 3-quarter or 3 drives or first quarter?
Well, you don't close it up, too. If they fumble here and they don't score somehow and they screw this up. And suddenly it's like, oh, my God, they're not plus 5.5 anymore. It just went to 4.5.
You think
people
are
thinking the same thing? Yes, I think they run it. They've been running it pretty successfully.
Yeah, I think they will, too.
The Brooks kid's been looking good there. Knight and Brooks here.
8 of 9. Yeah, Knight. 8 of 9 for 81 yards for Carson Beck. This is some good work here out of the kid.
Can't deny it. I've always liked Carson Beck. I always thought he was good, and I brought this up the other day actually about celebrity girlfriends and just sort of the paparazzi life. Beck kind of brought it upon himself, right? He was a blue chip quarterback that everybody wanted, stud, goes to Georgia, makes a lot of money to go there, but it's like he's a kid. So, he's posting pictures of him with a Lamborghini and stuff. And he dated, I think he was dating one of those basketball players, one of those, the Cavender twins. Yeah. And, there was a video about, she did a video basically like laughing at him and saying he's the most boring guy in the history of the world. And he's a goofy looking dude and blah, blah. And he's like a geek. And it ruined the kid's life type thing. Like, if he tuned out all this stuff and just played football, right, he'll have a lot of success. I'm telling you, Kevin, a lot of people, I speak to like NFL draft experts and people in the football business and stuff, and they had him as like the number 1 NFL prospect. Like, even though he wasn't like on the number 1 of the draft board, like for the last couple of years, he's been projected as being a successful NFL quarterback, Kevin. And we saw last year he was successful with Miami.
Touchdown Cardinals. We'll get into all of that after the break. Philly had issues elsewhere last year that were on full display in the playoff game against the Niners. They couldn't move the ball all game, and then they got in a 2-minute hurry-up drill, and they walked right down the field. Guys, Tom Brady would do Eagle games. Every single week he'd go, gosh, if they do some hurry up. And then immediately they do some hurry up, 2-minute warning, and they look like a completely different football team.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
You know, the dark days are ahead for the Warriors. And when Curry and Kerr and Draymond all leave, what are we going to be looking at that franchise that has been a mainstay of the NBA, you know, the face of the NBA and NBA playoffs for so long? Where are they going to be? So I see no issue with them bringing Draymond back. Why not? You have one last go at things with the trio that they still have there. But I see this as a very long season.
Game time decisions, only on SportsGrid.
Just can't win the big game. He can't get us in the big game. Well, we got to let him go now because we're tired. We'll keep the quarterback. So, you know what I've been saying? Okay, you kept the quarterback. Guess what? Mr. Lamar Jackson, it's on you now.
Hey,
It's on you.
Absolutely.
Right? It's on Lamar.
It is totally on him now and the new coaching staff there.
Outspoken with Dan Cilio, only on SportsGrid.
I'd be looking to sell Louis Varland at this point just because his success has been great, but I'm also worried about how many more opportunities he's going to have given the dynamic of where the Blue Jays sit in the standings. You know, we've heard some rumors that they may be wanting to trade Jeff Hoffman, and it could open up a lot of opportunities for Louis Varland, but there's also nothing pushing the Blue Jays to continuously have out a great player when they're fighting for nothing when it's all said and done.
Pro Baseball Today, only on SportsGrid.
All right, back with you guys on SportsGrid. 7-0 Arizona lead, a 5.5-point number, 31.5 total. Number on the total probably could move a little bit depending on your book there, but I think it's 31.5 mostly. I, as someone on Arizona, obviously happy with, you know, where we are. I don't find myself in need to grab anything live here.
I'm not a hedger, Kevin, but this is more of a scalp than a hedge. I would come back with Carolina plus the 5.5 if I was you almost. I'd rather it was 7.5 or something, but
that's what I'm thinking though, Gabe.
It's an overreaction. You could be covered here either way, and then just kick back, hope Arizona wins a close game. Look, Arizona already have the ball at midfield right now. Like they Carolina do. Carolina just ran the ball twice. It's at the 48-yard line. Mm-hmm. Boom. Like I said, there's a reason why it's 31.5, guys, the total still. And it's not just because Arizona's going to win 31-0.
Yeah, I think and I know you're saying the way that the drive is trending, but if there were a punt by Carolina, could I get 7.5?
Yeah.
Again, I understand the way the drive is trending, but and I don't disagree with you. I think in a preseason game, all of a sudden you're getting 7.5 middle second quarter. That's not a bad way to live. So
the
I
weird
think that
things happen in the second half of these preseason games. Like, these are the better players, guys. Like, these are the second and third stringers on the field right now. When we get into the second half, it's going to be third stringers and guys trying to make the team, practice roster guys, and it leads to chaos often. But here's a nice little tidy drive here by the Panthers, Kevin. Here come the Panthers, down to 3.5 right now.
Yeah, I know.
Total up to 32.5.
Yeah, wow, look at that. You know, it's interesting, though, Gabe, and again, I don't know if it's because we're early in the process. They're not really letting Kenny Pickett do anything other than dump it down. Maybe it's not there. Maybe he's not confident enough.
He doesn't have time.
They're putting him in motion. It's just all in the flat, right? Like, doesn't he, Gabe, look like the guy making his first start a little bit with the way they're calling this game?
Yeah, it's a good point. Dump it off. Here's another one. It's just quick.
Yeah, just get it out.
You know, though, I think, you know what, though? There could be a method, too, to it that Canales told him, hey, Kenny, don't get hurt, huh?
Well, that's the thing, right?
You get rid of the ball. Just get rid of the ball, bro. Yeah. Like, just get rid of the ball.
They're like,
you called it yourself. He's not proven. He's not trying to, like, he's won his job. He's the backup quarterback for the Carolina Panthers.
Yep.
It's like, you know, The only thing that doesn't have to do, Kevin, is get hurt or throw 5 interceptions that make everyone doubt him. Oh, Kenny. Nice little scramble there.
Oh, boy. Look at him.
He's running for his life, bro.
Yeah, he is.
He really is.
Yeah.
So you figure, all right, he had to know, though. He's a vet now in the league. It's like, oh, great. It's almost bad news. Like, oh, great. You're starting a Hall of Fame game. It's like, oh, man, I'm going to be running for my life.
Well,
that's why I'm counting on my boy Haynes King in the second half, Kevin. I'm counting on my boy Haynes.
It is interesting, the mentality for Pickett, right? Because there's nothing he can do to move up the depth chart. There's nothing he can do to move up the depth chart.
No, he goes 9 for 9. No one's trading for him, and he's still the backup here. Exactly.
He's like, you got to be kidding me, man. Like, I ended up on the Panthers a year there in the Hall of Fame game. I'm going to have to play like 9 preseason quarters. You can't be serious.
With total scrubs. All of our offensive linemen are hurt. You know what I mean? Like,
this is why you get paid, offensive line isn't healthy.
This is why you get paid. Though, right, Kevin? This is why you get paid. It's almost like Matt Schaub, like forever with Matt Ryan. It's like, hey, listen, you take the lumps in the preseason, and we give you $6 million for 12 years every year. But you're going to have to get beat up in a preseason and run for your life, and people are going to mock you at home, online, and go, oh, Kenny Pickett sucks. Oh, look at him. Oh, incomplete pass. Oh,
he's going to get in Bryce's ear. He's going to be like, Bryce, I think it's good to get out there and get some reps, brother. I think that'd be good for you. Trust me.
If Kenny's walking off the field right now, shaking his head at Bryce, probably going, hey, Bryce, you're gonna get a lot of scrambling this year. You're gonna be running through your life.
Kenny Pickett's thinking, you know what? They might need me. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. They might need me.
That's another good point. It's not like another thing too. And I like Bryce Young, but dear God, I've never seen a player, Kevin, in his 4th year in the NFL still look like a freshman in college. Like, they interviewed him before the game. He still looks like a kid.
Yeah, he does.
And he's still small. Like, Mike Tomlin was dwarfing him. He's in a T-shirt. He's just a small. They say he's 6'1". He's not. Like, he's 5'11", 6 feet. Like, if they say 6'1", Kevin, then that, like, you know what I mean? Like, he's not.
Yeah, that feels unlikely.
Yeah. Maybe he's 6 feet. I don't know.
Panthers,
like, he's
kind of
looks
inside the 5, I think, Gabe.
Yes, sir. I was going to say it. And then there it is. Boom. Boom. Just like that. Dear God. Total Dillon, 37.5. And there goes that plus 5.5. Plus 1.5 now. Told you guys. You can't overreact to an early touchdown in a preseason game with the spread. The books do, but you can't.
It's interesting, though, where
impressive drive. They just marched
here?
right down the field.
Yeah, no, they did. Like, they look like they could do that for however long Kenny Pickett's in the game.
That almost looked like all right, guys, that's enough. Let's go. And like, they ran the ball hard. They everything was crisp. Kenny, ran for his life a couple of times, but it was nice, Kevin, when I said, oh, nice, Kenny, he didn't get sacked. Like, he nearly got sacked at the 35-40. Would have killed a drive. Pickett's not, known as Michael Vick here, and nice footwork. He came through the pocket, little guy popped out of nowhere, boom, threw the ball away, kept the drive going to end up in the end zone. That's how you stay in the NFL as a backup quarterback.
A.J. Dillon with a couple of, nice runs.
A.J. Dillon saying, hey, I'm still here.
Catch. I remember everyone was very excited for A.J. Dillon to be the backup to Saquon because they're like, wow, look at the quads. A.J. Dillon was not a good backup to Saquon Barkley. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. Like, it was not good. It was a gimmick.
They like Brooks, though, in Carolina. I said Brooks earlier. There's two. It was the wide receiver, too. But, because Dowdle's gone, they're kind of pushing Hubbard out there. They're pushing him aside a bit here. You know what I mean?
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it after the break. It's really fascinating.
Like, there's an opportunity if you're a running back in the Panthers camp right now.
Philly had issues elsewhere last year that were on full display in the playoff game against the Niners. They couldn't move the ball all game, and then they got in a 2-minute hurry-up drill, and they walked right down the field. Guys, Tom Brady would do Eagle games. Every single week he'd go, gosh, if they do some hurry-up. And then immediately they'd do some hurry-up, 2-minute warning, and they'd look like a completely different football team.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
You know, the dark days are ahead for the Warriors. And when Curry and Kerr and Draymond all leave, what are we going to be looking at that franchise that has been a mainstay of the NBA, you know, the face of the NBA and NBA playoffs for so long? Where are they going to be? So I see no issue with them bringing Draymond back. Why not? You have one last go at things with the trio that they still have there. But I see this as a very long season.
Game time decisions, only on SportsGrid.
Just can't win the big game. He can't get us in the big game. Well, we got to let him go now because we're tired. We'll keep the quarterback. So, you know what I've been saying? Okay, you kept the quarterback. Guess what? Mr. Lamar Jackson, it's on you now.
Hey,
It's on you.
Absolutely.
Right? It's on Lamar.
It is totally on him now and the new coaching staff there.
Outspoken with Dan Cilio, only on SportsGrid.
I'd be looking to sell Louis Varland at this point just because his success has been great, but I'm also worried about how many more opportunities he's going to have given the dynamic of where the Blue Jays sit in the standings. You know, we've heard some rumors that they may be wanting to trade Jeff Hoffman, and it could open up a lot of opportunities for Louis Varland, but there's also nothing pushing the Blue Jays to continuously have out a great player when they're fighting for nothing when it's all said and done.
Pro Baseball Today, only on SportsGrid.
Okay, guys, live with you right here on SportsGrid. And we're, of course, following Arizona and Carolina, your Hall of Fame game starting off the NFL preseason. Gabe just mentioned, Jonathan Brooks. And if you don't, remember Jonathan Brooks, I don't think anyone can blame you because Jonathan Brooks has not played football since leaving Texas. He got injured at Texas, came to the NFL, drafted in 2024, he's had 9 carries. He's had 9 carries. That's the story of Jonathan Brooks. I think, Gabe, you're not wrong that they'd love for Brooks to be a part of the backfield with Hubbard.
But you don't believe in him.
History says that's not an option. Unfortunately, some guys are not blessed enough to see through the athletic gifts that they have.
Look at this. Look at this.
Whoa, he got smoked.
Oh, my God. Oh, my, and he hung on to the ball. But,
oh, my goodness.
Oh, there's a flag. That can't be the flag for the hit. Oh.
Gotta be. Whoa. 49 yards.
Man, Carson Beck's just stretching this thing out.
All right, let's do it.
That was right on a dime. That was right on a dime.
Jacoby Brissett, you're on the hot seat. Let's call it for what it is. Jacoby Brissett's on the hot seat.
Well, if you're Arizona, why wouldn't you just, if you're rebuilding, right? I mean, why wouldn't you rebuild with the younger player? But it just couldn't be more impressive. And I got to tell you, my little the 23 and 20 thing is not going to happen. They're going to score. They're on the 6-yard line. This is turning into a track meet. The last 4 of these stupid games.
But you know, and this is where you just have to.
And now the spread is oh boy, it's 3.5 now. Even the computer's going to start to get confused here, Kevin. It's 3.5 right now.
Does Pickett respond, or is it going to be your boy Haynes King? That's one of the big questions now.
You got to leave Kenny in for the first half.
I thought you had a lot of faith in Haynes King.
No. Now I'm all right, now, you know what? Let's just ride Kenny to the end of the half here.
Yeah. I have 34. I know you'll see it before me, but
I didn't bring it up because I didn't really correlate what I like, but Canales is 0-6 in the preseason in his career. He's never covered a preseason game before. He's 1-5 straight up.
Sometimes I wonder if things like that come across your desk because I know they don't go with what you think. You know what I mean? Like the Canales stuff was very popular this week.
I saw
know what
it.
I mean?
I was aware of it.
But see, but to be honest with you, Gabe, I didn't like how popular it got. Now, so I don't like when trends like that break containment. Well, it was all over Twitter, but I didn't have anyone mention it to me, which is a good key indicator. Like, I got a good friend of mine, Gabe. If he would have texted me, yo, Kev, Canales hasn't covered a preseason game, all systems go on Carolina. I'm sitting here, face paint, ready to rock. But it didn't break containment like that. So I was like, okay, let's, we're fine.
See if they can finish this drive off. Oh, no, he didn't.
Uh-oh. I got Adam Vinatieri. I got to tell we're going to listen, it's preseason. I'm fine. But these Monday night, Thursday night, you know what I need, Gabe? When all those games are on streaming platforms. That's when we start
Look at this pass.
Even the deal here a little bit.
Now a little soft touch to the back of the end zone.
Yeah, here we go. Whoa. Wow, we're still running fades. Is that Yoshivash? Who is that? Oh, Fehoko. Look at this, man.
Look at this pass.
Look at this.
Little soft touch. Back of the end zone. Perfect. Right shoulder. Perfect. Like only where the wide receiver can catch it. He threw a bomb like with some velocity on it. Like on this drive. He just threw a soft touch. All right. Offensive Rookie of the Year. We didn't bring him up yesterday.
We did not.
Hey, just for the record, and this is one of those, Kevin, like you said, you don't want people to know things, right? But it's the NFL and whatever. It's almost like, shh, Yeah. McDonald, and this is a rookie, a Super Bowl champion coach talking about a rookie. Said, yeah, we haven't seen anyone stop him yet. Said, he's unstoppable. He's killing everybody in practice.
I got to tell you, man.
Listen, and I'm almost like, dude, don't tell people. Like, you know what I mean?
I got to tell you, Gabe, there are people in the fantasy community who are like, I can't believe people think Jadarian Price is a good pick. I'm still trying to figure out what they're behind.
Yeah, guy's going to rush for like 1,200 yards, 1,300 yards this week.
Live, the show that actually update you who is playing quarterback in the Hall of Fame game. Something they aren't doing on the broadcast. Kenny Pickett is out. Haynes King, Gabe's guy, is in as Carolina try to answer the latest Cardinal Drive touchdown.
I just want to add something that you left out. The 2025 ACC Player of the Year, Haynes King, is now in the football game. Completes his first pass.
Was he? Wow.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't have
I would have thought it would have been someone on Miami or maybe one of the teams
like
that were
Clemson.
What a conference! I'll never get over it. So the ACC Player of the Year, it wasn't the ACC team that made it, and it wasn't one of the two teams that played in the conference championship game. Got it. Cool.
Yeah. Not to mention too, like that Jennings kid, like threw for 1 million touchdown passes and led SMU to the playoffs in that year, didn't he? 2025. He's a kid that gets pretty disrespected too. No one really talks about SMU.
Kevin Jennings,
year,
yeah. I was doing some ACC work today, but
look at this. They got Haynes King throwing bombs. What the hell's going on in this world? Preseason, Kevin. I guess they figure there's no way. I like the call. They're like, no way they think we're gonna do this. Like,
you have Haynes King as just Taysom Hill 2.0. That's how you envision him.
No, just for tonight. I'll move on. I'll move on after. He's my guy tonight. He's my guy tonight.
If they can hold him to a field goal, kind of what that does for the total here. Or just even, really the spread, it'll be sitting 4.
I got to tell you. All right, 3rd and 6 here, Kevin.
Yeah.
Just say he's commanding the drive. Look at this. Boom. Over the middle. Boom.
All right.
First
so
down,
Haynes still doing his thing. All right. So there we go. Carolina's moving along there. That's is
Haynes King really just going to march down the field now and march into the end zone too, Kevin? Is this what we're doing tonight?
The first play was it's funny, guys.
The total is 43.5 now. My God.
And it should be. No, but what are these defenses doing? Like, it's funny because when the offenses don't look good, they're forgiven, right? They're like, it's preseason, new flow. The defensive coordinators are both going to be losing their mind. You know that. Like, people are going to be going crazy.
So we got a 2nd and 10 coming up here right now. Total 43.5.
Oh,
Panthers getting 3.5.
He's dying to throw a pick, this Haynes King. Call the QB power. Call the QB power.
I like this. Oh, by the way, little Longview High School state champ clips there, Kevin. Kid's a winner.
I like that.
Kid's a winner.
I like that.
All
with
right.
Pops. I think that's a good little story there.
Yeah, big 2nd and 10. All right, Kevin. Here's Haynes. Look at this.
This is it. Is this where he finally starts?
There's the Georgia Tech. There it is. There it is.
Oh, and he slid. Whoa.
Yeah, but Haynes, he's moving the ball. They're moving the ball.
No, he is. You're not
wrong. Give him credit.
You're not wrong. They are moving the ball here in Carolina. There's a number of things, obviously, with Carolina, but we were also, before the break, Gabe, mentioning kind of Jadarian Price and Seattle. And, one of the Price thing that's fascinating.
And just for people who don't know, I gave him as my offensive rookie of the year yesterday, and Kevin agrees.
Yeah. I don't know if people, it's like, we didn't see him as much at Notre Dame. They don't believe. I don't know what it is that are holding some people back on Jadarian Price. I'm not entirely sure.
Because
is it just this thought that Charbonnet off a torn ACL in the playoffs is going to be like the starting running back? Like, that's not reality, guys.
And look at this. How about this? Welcome to the NFL, Mr. King.
Oh, boy. 15-yard line? What's this going to be? Look at this. Nice and easy. Wow. These are the two best teams in football. This is an NFC Championship game preview we're watching. That's the only way to describe it.
I don't even know, like Kevin stated, note to selves, we got to bet the overs of Carolina and Arizona games this year. Like, they can't stop anything. Like, these guys, like, this is like, like you said, like, these offenses, Kevin, like, are just running like scrimmages on them. Like, he wasn't touched. Give credit to Haynes King. It was a nice drive, but Haynes literally rolled out, threw to a wide open guy that wasn't a red jersey within 5 yards of the dude who sauntered to the end zone. They were not touched. Nobody got touched. We got a 14-14 football game with 5:54 left in the first half. Total 48.5.
You got to think at some point they start running it. Now, Arizona, I know,
this is wild. So Beck was still in yet, right? So Beck was still in last time. Are they going to go to Slovis now, or are they going to leave Beck in? I got to leave Beck in.
I think they're going to leave Beck in, and I think they're going to try and keep the ball for the rest of the half. That's what I think they're going to try and do, is keep the ball for the rest of the half.
Run the ball a little bit, just try to, not give it back.
But again, that's not, like, that's something that, like, the Kansas City Chiefs did. You know what I mean? Like, 5.5 minutes here. They're not supposed to just be like, yeah, we're going to walk down.
Yeah, now the Panthers are like, hey, we just get the ball back and give the ball back to this Haynes kid here. They like what they just saw.
I hate to say what I'm about to say, but 48.5 looks light. I mean, that's 3 touchdowns. It's 3 touchdowns, 3 extra points. Unless I can't count. It's been a while since I did football math.
Yeah, nobody is stopping anybody. I'm concerned, too. I've listened. And just for the record, a CFL update at the half. The total is 70.5 now. Closed at 68.5. It's 70.5. It's 19-17 Toronto at the half. And I got my eye on both games, but I'm dialed in a little bit more on the NFL game, even though I have more money on the CFL game. But I understand the priority here for everybody. But there's been a lot of turnovers, Kevin, in the red zone in this game, in this CFL game.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like there's been a lot of points left on the field, and it's still at 36 right now. So I'm expecting this thing not to ease up in the CFL, and Kevin says he doesn't think it's going to ease up in the NFL here.
It's hard to imagine it does, to the degree that the total suggests.
How many points are we going to get for the half? At least 3? Another 7? You got another 7 before the half here. This thing's going over. If we go into the half here at freaking 35 and you got a 48.5, you can only need 14 points in a second.
Would you be surprised? Would you be surprised if we got a touchdown here before half?
No. I hate chasing this right now, but I'm going to jump in. I'm going to do both. God, I'm crazy.
All right.
I'm going over.
I gotta figure this out.
I'm going over 70.5 in the CFL.
Yeah, I guess I have a little bit to play with since I didn't waste money on the total in the Fever game. Uh-oh.
I almost want to wait. I want to wait, Kevin, like for the half. I want to see if we can get a stop here. And this thing dips a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, it's the right idea. I mean, we're betting something, 14 points higher than the
and also,
number.
Yeah. And I just want to play devil's advocate. Judge says I looked at it before I hit click. I just hit the click CFL without thinking twice. But this one, I'm like, are Beck, Pickett, and King have been pretty good so far. They've been really good, right? Mm-hmm. Beck has been amazing. Is Keaton Slovis going to be able to keep up his end of the bargain as this game goes on? It
is a fair question.
It's a very valid question, isn't it?
But Haynes,
especially
I think
about
he's play the rest of the game.
Yeah, and he's looking good.
Continue to talk about it.
Carolina's the play.
All right, listen, I can only do so much.
Hey.
Defensive holding. All right. Come on. Enough. Listen, I like Greg Olsen. Good at his job. I like Luke Kuechly. That's enough. All of a sudden, it's just Carson Beck's on the field. Last we saw was an incomplete on third down.
I can
Come
live with
on
the
now.
interviews of the players for a second or so, but do we need their kids? Like, really? Like, it's enough. There's a game going on. They're not telling us what happened. It was a big play. Like, there was, who was the penalty on? What happened, etc.
We missed out on the total or no?
Yeah,
50 and a half.
yeah.
I'm
Because
seeing now.
49 and a half. It just doesn't stop.
I don't even know anymore. I don't know. I got
Because of the penalty. Now, Arizona, a big chunk up the middle here. Now they just locked it on me.
Okay.
We have our first NFL frustration. 48 and a half now.
I can't.
No,
I'm not even watching the game. There's no game to watch.
And I'm not even doing it to be a jerk and stuff, but like, yeah, I'm trying to bet. I'm watching NBC, and I realize I'm 40 seconds behind. Now there's a fumble.
I think Arizona.
Is he down?
No, I
That's a fumble. Yeah, but who? Yeah, let the chaos begin. Preseason chaos.
Accidentally
Preseason
stumbled
chaos.
into a replay. Yeah, the NFL product.
Oh, don't worry, they'll cut away from it soon. They'll interview someone.
I know. That's driving me nuts.
All right, now it's Luke Kuechly. Looks like Clark Kent. Dude, they're really going over the top for Luke Kuechly, huh?
Oh gosh, guys. I was like, "What are you talking?" I'm so. I'm so far behind. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, still in the stars. I've had enough. I'm trying to watch a game. Now they're showing me pictures of Superman and Luke Kuechly. And like,
no, listen, I get it.
All right. I got the bet in. I didn't go crazy on it, but I'm in on it.
What did you get in? How are you even getting stuff in?
Over 48 and a half.
That's because you're using like the sportsbook stream to watch. I'm like 6 years behind you. I'm still watching Haynes King's first pass. Might as well be. Nothing.
They can't stop the run. It's first down on the 20-yard line for Arizona now.
This is nuts.
There's 2:34 left. You called it. God, more Luke Kuechly. Dear God. It's a Luke Kuechly show. Like, did anyone else make the Hall of Fame or just Luke Kuechly? Get ready for the Larry Fitzgerald love fest in the second half. They got to spread this out a bit.
Oh, man.
You'll see. It's like, we got money on a game. It's like, yeah, okay, we got it. Luke Kuechly's in the Hall of Fame, man. Like I said, this is what the ceremony is for. The ceremony's for.
8 years, a little light, no?
I saw Panthers Twitter today saying he's the greatest linebacker of all time, and football historians were like, I don't want to be a jerk, but no, he is.
Listen, 2-minute warning. They do cutaways. Gabe, guess what? 75-75 overtime in Indiana.
Oh my God.
Now I'm distraught because I didn't get the opportunity.
This game it's going overtime.
Yep.
And what's crazy about this is we are so off the over 191.5 that it doesn't even help.
Oh,
it doesn't even help.
Not even a little bit.
Like, how many overtimes do we need, Kevin? Like 3, 4?
At least 2. At least 2.
Yeah, I did this once. I cried one home once. I said, we need like a quadruple overtime to win. It was in college basketball, and I got it. I was like, I can't believe this, but it actually happened. Like, it happened, like, I was like 3 times in a row. I was like, we need overtime again. It's like, come on. And it actually ended up getting there. But that's when, guys, people talk about bad beats, but nobody ever wants to say they made a bad bet. It's a bad bet. When you bet a total, 191.5, and a game went to overtime, and you're still up by 42 points, you got a problem.
Yeah. just to your
So do the
college
sports books,
basketball
though.
point,
But you and I also left it on the table because we both said, yeah, that 144.5 is pretty low
exactly.
right now.
I was looking at it, but you see, this is the problem. I was convincing myself, hey, it's all good, that I'm going to miss out. Like, I was going to bet the over. I was going to lose. Like, I was considering that a win. Now it's a loss because I missed out on
I blame this
betting the
football,
total.
Kevin. If the football wasn't back, we would have made a ton of money on this game because we would have been all over that.
100%. So that's a little frustrating.
But
And
we got to
don't
learn.
have the rhythm.
We got to learn. We got to learn to compartmentalize again. Baseball, WNBA, CFL,
Yeah.
NFL, college football, UFC, bare knuckle. Like, you got to split the brain up.
You better.
It's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm learning
I hear
too. I'm
you.
like, oh, yeah. Like, I almost looked up and
lost-
said, oh my God, did I miss
know
out
what?
on the tempo game tonight? But no, that's
give-
coming up after.
I'll give you a quick one because I talk about when I win. There was a Carabao Cup game, little English soccer today. There was a minus 330 favorite, Bristol City against like Wiswall. So I took under 3.5 with Bristol City to win the game. They lost outright. 1-0. Lost outright. Couldn't believe it.
Speaking of which, there's Leagues Cup stuff going on right now as we speak.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Leagues Cup. 2-0 NYCFC over Santos Laguna right now. 1-0 Cruz Azul. Cruz Azul are really good. They're beating Philadelphia 1-0. Chicago Fire up 1-0 right now. Austin and Tijuana just getting started. I think Tijuana will beat Austin. Club America tonight, guys, is the play. That's the parlay piece. Club America are minus 239. They're probably the best team in Mexico.
Okay.
San Diego had a great year last year, but that was last year.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, the Sounders got messed up in Toluca last night.
Well, that team's been a wreck since they came back.
They really have been.
They've been a wreck.
Speaking of wrecks, Whitecaps host Juarez tomorrow.
Uh-oh.
If you guys don't win this game, I'm going to suggest you move to Juarez. Better
big
win
third
tomorrow.
down. Big third down coming up for Carson Beck. I know all of you and Gabe have seen this play already, but I haven't.
No, I haven't. I switched to the CFL game. So
no, that's good. Leave it on. I'll tell you what happens. Don't even worry about it. Don't even.
All right.
Don't even worry.
You're like,
it's gonna be a field goal. It's gonna be a field goal.
Oh.
All right, guys, we're back at the right here on SportsGrid. Here's what I'm going to do, and this might be a little ridiculous, but it's how I see the game right now. Let me make sure I can get the number I want. There's a minus 130 on over 47.5. If we get to 17-17, which is what Carolina are kind of going to be pushing for here on this drive, we're then 14 clean points away. I don't want to set myself up to lose this by the hook kind of thing, Gabe. So that's how I'm going to see if I can try and play this here. If I can get it in, listen, I sometimes have some poor luck on this show being able to get these bets in, but that's what I'm thinking here, Gabe, at 47.5 after Arizona had to go for the field goal.
And I got a 48.5 now still, unfortunately. 2.5 is the point spread. Carolina plus 125 on the money line. We played Carolina in the first half on the money line. We're losing by 3. They have the football with $1:46 left in the half right now. Kick a field goal. I get a push in the first half. We move on. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. They don't. I lose my first NFL bet of the season in the first half here. But this has been a much more entertaining, or, it's not the best football. The defenses are nowhere to be found. But no, it's a lot more entertaining than most Hall of Fame games. It's actually pretty exciting. Both teams going up and down the field. Quarterbacks have been delivering. It's competitive. 17-14 game, and it's going to be a competitive game in the second half. It's going to come down to the wire.
Yeah, that's how it looks here. Look, they got Mike Tomlin. I didn't even realize he was NBC.
Yeah, Tomlin's on the broadcast. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of forgot that Tomlin was trying to do all that.
I saw a bit of him. I saw a bit of him in the pregame, and it's his first time, so he's not going to get too critical and stuff. But he was good. They asked him about Baltimore and the coaching changes, and he said he thinks coaching changes are good, fresh, and all that. So we'll see what he brings to the table. Dungy was pretty plain and vanilla to begin with, right? So we'll see if Tomlin can bring a little bit of energy to them. Yeah, look, and that's obviously a team that we're going to be talking about. Pittsburgh. I mean, we're going to talk about all these teams. It's the National Football League, but what does that look like for the first time with no Mike Tomlin? I mean, my goodness, man, right? Mike Tomlin was there for the fact that they have such an adult in the room coming in here, though, to me makes a big difference. You know what I mean? Like, if it's like, Tomlin's, like, because, if you look, Kevin, dude, like, it's one of the rarest things in sports. Like, in my lifetime, bro. Mm-hmm. Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
They don't hire and fire coaches in Pittsburgh. Like, they don't bring in new dudes. So it's not like this, Nate Hackett's coming in, or, one of the coordinators from the Rams, never been a coach before, but, like, coming in and getting the keys to this, to this iconic franchise. It's Mike McCarthy, right? The guy's been around the league. He's coached the Green Bay Packers, coached the Dallas Cowboys. He's coached iconic franchises before. So I think it's a smooth fit, but I don't think they're winning the Super Bowl or anything like that, but they're an intriguing team.
Don't you think, Gabe, that's what makes the McCarthy hire weird? There's no way Mike McCarthy coaches the Steelers for 10 years. I mean, there's absolutely no chance that Mike McCarthy is the coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers for a decade.
And it's also such a prestigious job, right, that you're like, all right, why don't we get that next guy that'll be our coach for the next 10, 15 years?
100%. It's like they were worried to take a chance on someone.
Yeah, that's a good call.
So they played it safe, but they've now kind of bucked the trend that they've had going on forever. That's a weird move. I think it's a mistake.
Update in the NFL. Carolina Panthers moving the ball down the football field, Kevin.
I messed this thing up. I went to get it in. I didn't get it in. We all know. I knew that was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. Live, the 47.5 is now, it's 51.5.
I'd really like a touchdown. I'd really like a touchdown here. I'll take a field goal and a push, but yeah. It'd be a nice win on the first half here. I'll take the push.
Of what this game looks like in the second half. I don't think Beck will play in the second half. If he does, it'll be a drive, but I almost don't know why you would bother. Like, it's been such a good half for him.
No,
I'm not sure that it's worth it. So Haynes King
and you
is
don't
not
want
only,
to risk injury
he's in
with
a real
him,
rhythm.
Kevin.
Yeah.
With even worse offensive linemen in the second half, right? You don't want to get Beck hurt now.
Yeah. I really, really wonder how they're going to price this. I think if this goes 17-17, I think Carolina are the favorites, slight favorites. He just missed the touchdown. Oof.
I know. Oof. Doesn't have the touch Carson has.
Jimmy Horn, wide open. That's a tough miss. We'll be right back. All right, guys, let's zone in quickly here on the National Football League. I think then after that, we'll spin it around the rest of kind of the sporting landscape. 17-all. That's what's going to halftime score is going to be. Carolina are going to knee this thing out. So you are a point away from clipping this over in the first half, which is pretty
There
remarkable.
were 33 and a halves out there. This is depending on when and where you bet it. Some people have already cashed a ticket. I didn't see this coming.
Vegas at the buzzer.
Oh, Vegas at the buzzer of, oh, you tell them, oh, God, Kev, you know what? If we would have got double overtime, we would have got there too, huh? Was it a 3 or a 2?
Yeah, it was a 3.
Oh, it was a 3, okay.
Game.
So twice
Chelsea
they're going to, again?
Both of them. Yeah.
86-84 final.
They had a rebound, and they couldn't inbound the basketball. Oh, my goodness, man.
86-84 final. Classic game. Great game. Not that I saw much of it, but I bet on it.
Oh, my God.
I had the aces. I didn't do well, though. Like, unless, did Kelsey Mitchell get to 3? No, she didn't. 14 games in a row, guys. Kelsey Mitchell hit 3 or more three-point shots in 14 games in a row. Not tonight.
Wow.
2 for 4. How do you only take 4 shots in an overtime game, Kelsey? 3-point shots, Kelsey. Come on. And she had 28 points just to make it worse. Son of a.
I didn't need that.
Asia ends up with 26, but her prop was 27.5.
Yeah, she stayed under. The trio for the Fever all scored 20 plus. At the end of the day, the team's not reliable to get stops. Those are lapses. To let that game get to overtime, to let that game end the way it ended. They just don't get stops. I think the Fever have kind of shown. I asked Gabe the other day, is Indiana so good offensively that in the postseason, where it's difficult to stop, could they have an advantage? And I think the answer is no, because their opponents are going to find it so much easier to score than they would against other opponents. The Fever have talent, but it is a very difficult to take serious as a championship threat. Very, very difficult to take serious.
But at the same point in time, they also are a dangerous team because they do score so much. Yeah. Right, and we saw they just gave Vegas all that they can handle, so let's not bury them too much. They have, 19 wins on the season, 19-12 now after tonight. What do you think of this? The LA Sparks going back-to-back, huh? Played last night in Chicago. Now tonight in Minnesota, we had a massive point spread of 16.5, and for the record, last night, that game didn't get anywhere near the total. The two highest scoring teams in the league was Chicago and LA, didn't get there, and it was another high total tonight.
Yeah,
Kevin, the team total for the Minnesota Lynx tonight was 102.5.
Nuts.
Absolutely I couldn't find a way to bet this game. Everything I looked at, I was like, I can't. I'm not laying 16.5. I'm not. What about the team total? One, I'm not going to bet to get to 103. Come on. Not at even money. That's come on. I just couldn't deal with this game. But Marina, I thought I had a little mini angle earlier in the day today. That because I follow the Toronto Tempo beat writer, and she said that Marina Mabry had a bad neck and might not play tonight, but she is playing tonight. Now Marina's all over the place, and she's kind of hit the wall a little bit. She only scored 12 points the other night. The Tempo have hit the wall. What am I missing? I know Portland have lost a bunch of games in a row. But they're a much healthier and deeper team than the Toronto Tempo are. And they're at home. They beat the Tempo when they played. It's rare we get a spot to bet against the Tempo with such a low price like this. What am I missing in this game?
It's funny, Gabe, but we talk and bet so much Tempo. I thought maybe this is a good spot for them because if you look at who they've played, all right, their last, let's take 6 games.
Yeah.
Valkyries, Lynx, Aces, Dream. Okay, hold on a second. Maybe I understand why these scores look the way they do. But Portland are on a 5-game losing streak. So Portland are just as desperate. And that's why I stayed away from the game. Because I think Portland are just as desperate for a win. Again,
the Toronto Tempo are 12-1 to the over on the road now, too.
That's remarkable. What's funny? My first,
it's got to take the over. We got to take the over.
That was my first. But here's my worry, Gabe: does every Tempo game go over because they're giving up 97 points to the best teams in the league? Are the Portland Fire going to score 97?
Portland, Kevin, have given up or scored 100 or more in their last 5 games.
Wow.
They're kind of similar to the Tempo right now.
Yeah.
And that, they could score. You look at, they have a lot of players that score on their team. I like Bridget Carlton's prop tonight, actually.
Yeah, she's good. Late.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 14.5, 15. It's 15.5, but I'm going to bet her, score 15 or more. But if you look at the Portland Fire guys, 19-11 to the over on the season. The Tempo are 19-9 to the over on the season right now. And as I stated, you look at the Fire. Last game, they lost 106-101. They lost 112-98, 98-93, 101-97, and 101-93. They give up 100 all the time, and they seemingly get into the mid-90s all the time here, Kevin, or low 90s. And the Tempo aren't exactly a defensive stalwart. And they did play once this year, so they did go head-to-head. It was a 99-80 game. Portland lit them up in Toronto.
I'm now sitting here thinking, if Mabry's playing, she's got to think this is a good spot for herself, right? And then the question becomes,
she's been
is
cold.
it points or threes? Do you take
Dude,
her to score
Sabally
20
is
or
the
do you
play.
take her to make 3?
Sabally just keeps delivering for me over and over and over and over again. She's super consistent. All right, if we look at right now, it's 13.5. Her last game, 21, 19, 10, 16, 13. But we go deeper. Naira Sabally has been like super money for the tempo.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of them are so flaky and inconsistent, but I don't see Kiki Rice in the lineup tonight. I don't see the official lineup, but I don't see listed her on the player props here.
Let me see. I'll take a quick look. What time's this game? 10? It should be out by now, right?
They only have 3 players listed for the tempo. Conde, Mabry, and Sabally.
Kiki is not starting. I can tell you that. She's not starting.
Let me see. I know we're coming up against a break. I want to get the tempo lineup here and see how shorthanded they are. It'll help for the props here. Like I don't see is Julie Almong in the lineup. I don't see her either.
I think yes. Yes, she is.
She is.
She's,
all right.
She's starting.
So the book doesn't have her. I don't know why the book only has 3 players listed for player props for me.
That's interesting. Let me see if I.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, here we go. I got the starting 5 here. Yeah, Julie Alma, Marina Mabry, Maria Conde,
I have Kiki,
Katie, and Sabally.
I have Kiki 8.5.
You do, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, guys, it's Sabally. She's the one. Oh, over 13.5. And you know, it is a Mabry game. Like she is freaking due, but she has a bad neck. Her last 4 games, 14, 25, 16, and 12. And normally she rebounds like with a 25 after a bad one. It's 20.5 tonight. They're not playing around. Minus 145 to score 20 or more.
I like the 20. I think she gets the 20. That's my
She's
thought.
due.
But she also, like, is she getting the 20 game without 3 made threes? Is she getting there without 3 made threes?
No. And it's weird with her because it's not like she doesn't get there because she misses a ton of shots. She doesn't shoot much sometimes.
Yeah.
She passes the ball a lot, and it's a little frustrating. She's very casual. She just flicks these threes like Curry style, like from like a million yards away.
All right, so back here on SportsGrid, just quickly with Arizona and Carolina, the Hall of Fame game, I'm sure will be back momentarily. It's a pick 'em, I think in part because Arizona start with the ball, where they probably right now like Carolina more than Arizona with what we've seen. I think that that's valid. 34 points on the board. Live total is 50.5. So you need 2 touchdowns and a field goal to get you through and your extra points, of course, what's listed right now. It's kind of funny, but what I think I would like is Arizona, but at like +3.5, +7.5. If basically Beck comes out, first drive looks a mess, Haynes King rolls. I don't think Arizona get blown out here, even if switching to Slovis. So that's my read right now, Gabe, is basically I like things that don't exist. If anything, it almost suggests I probably lean Carolina a little bit based on where the game sits right now, but I'm not going to come against the pregame Arizona number.
Yeah, it really is a toss-up. Let's be real, right? There's, expect the unexpected here in the second half. I'm on over 48.5 here right now, and I don't like middling myself because I didn't think there'd be this many points, and I have that play with both teams. The under, like hypothetically, could win still. I have Carolina under 23.5 and Arizona under 20.5. They both kick field goals, right? They could actually still win. I do expect some chaos here, though, and it could just be, though, Kevin, I don't think both teams are going to go back and forth. I think it could be like, one team kind of pulls away and wins by 10 or 14 or something now. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's going to be like, oh, my God, it's 28-28 now or 34-34, and it's just one of these, craziest all-time preseason Hall of Fame games. I think it gets uglier, but one team will, it's a tie game now. Someone will sort of establish themselves, and no one scored 2 times in a row here, I guess. That's something we should point out. Every time someone scored, Kevin, the other team responded. Arizona scored a touchdown, 7-0, 7-7. Arizona 14-7, Carolina 14-14. Arizona scores field goal, Carolina scores field goal. Who's going to be the team that's able to score, 2 times in a row first? I'm going to say Carolina, even though Arizona get the ball here. And I think it's kind of telling, isn't it, that Arizona are the favorites, even though Arizona are getting the ball here.
Yeah, I agree with that. I do think that number.
Like, what does that tell us if Arizona gets stopped here right now, guys? The -125 is going to turn into like -175.
But I also think now it's kind of funny, but I now almost like lean under. After watching Haynes King miss a touchdown, I do think these teams are going to run the ball a little bit more. I think this could be an under, but that's why, like, if Arizona, and I don't know what the books are going to do, but if Arizona punt and we get +3.5, I do like the Cardinals at +3.5. Like, I think this likely does slow up a bit here. Like, historically, is somebody, like, don't you think people on over 34.5 right now, a part of them is like, this isn't going to happen, right? Like, I'm not going to be here fourth quarter, 4 minutes to go, begging for a field goal. Like, this isn't going to still be 17-17.
Well, I'll tell you what. It looks like Carson Beck starts the second half.
Really? So they're going to give him a drive.
Wow. And he starts it off with a completion.
Well, he's not out there to not score. Now I almost want to revert back and play the total.
This is getting like, this is the thing. I just clicked Carolina again, too. I was like, nah.
Did you?
Yeah, I was like, Slova's going to get stuffed, and they'll punt the ball here. No, they bring out Beck, and he completes a pass for the first play in the second half.
Wow, this is odd now.
Total 50.5.
17 points. I don't know.
Looks like LaFleur is really trying to win this game right now, man. Like, it's like
first game as a head coach might be something to it, right? I don't know what his brother's ATS record is in preseason, but maybe I
actually have it. Matt LaFleur 9-10. 9-10 straight up, 9-10 against the spread.
Nice and simple. Meat and potatoes.
Sort of ones that stick out. Canales 1-5 straight up, 0-6 against the spread. Zach Taylor and the Bengals 4-14 straight up, 4-14 against the spread. D'Amico Ryans of the Texans 7-3 straight up in his 10 preseason games. He's won 7 of them. It's kind of not by accident. Like once you get to that, like I mean, sort of. He's an intense guy too.
Mm-hmm.
John Harbaugh 47-17, although he won like 24 in a row, whatever.
Yeah.
Robert Salah,
be a fun
10-2-1. 10-2-1.
Who did the Giants play in their first preseason game?
They're so trendy, and everyone's going to be, Harbaugh's a preseason master.
And like,
Yeah.
Let me get eyes on this. Vikings.
Oh, perfect.
If you,
McCarthy and Kyler Murray battling for a job, perfect.
You know what's terrible though? If Minnesota play both their starters, they're going to be laying like 7. I'm not even exaggerating. They're going to lay like 7 points if they.
I
if
was
they
going to
play
say,
both
please tell me there's a number. If there's not, eh?
Yeah, no, I don't think they want to get out ahead of themselves just yet. But if they play both of them,
where's the game?
1 second. Where did I just have it? I think Minnesota. Oh, excuse me, MetLife. Tickets as low as $8, Gabe.
It's even better. The Giants are a terrible home team. Less pressure on McCarthy and Murray, too, on the road.
You can sit on the 50-yard line for about $100. I might have to check my schedule. I got to tell you, I might move a couple things around here.
We're going to be on next Thursday night. What's the game of the week next Thursday night?
What's the Birds schedule here?
Green Bay at Pittsburgh.
On the road. Green Bay
McCarthy.
It's not bad.
Yeah, that's next Thursday.
I don't know. Gabe, do I go out to Giants Vikings at MetLife? It's worth a look. You always say stay away from MetLife, though.
Yeah, it's on a Saturday afternoon. I would go. $8.
Might know. The Arizona Cardinals went for a 4th and 5. I think he dropped that, though.
Oh, did it hit the ground? Oh, yeah. I don't see a celebration. I thought he caught it at first, Kevin, too. Let's see. They punched it out. My bad. They punched it out. Yeah, I see now. Wow.
4th and 5 at the Panthers.
Another nice
41.
throw, though.
Yeah, gave his guy a chance. He gave his guy a chance, right? Like, it wasn't a perfect ball, wasn't a bad ball, good play by the DBs.
If you'll notice, Carolina are a lot more aggressive defensively. I'm just talking about the tackling, the swarming to the ball. Like, every time they're punching the ball, like, there's they definitely got talked to at the half about the lack of tackling, and, the defensive coaches were not impressed.
No. So look at this. It's like I was destined to leave here with a live over. All of a sudden, that 47.5 is back.
Oh, it's lingering for you there right now. It's lingering for you.
It's calling my name.
And now Carolina's minus 145. And I'll tell you what, where did they just go for it? Like, in pretty much midfield, right? Carolina had pretty good field position here, don't they? Where?
Yes,
like
the
48-yard line?
They do. That's why I'm surprised the way the total fell. I'm not entirely following why the total would fall to the degree that it fell. Right?
This next drive is big. Carolina march down the field and score, whatever, the craziness, and it sort of continues. But they hit a wall here. Suddenly, like, you know what I mean? This might fall into that quicksand NFL second half Hall of Fame game trap where it gets real ugly. You got to believe there'll be a fumble, a scoop and score, and something's going to happen here still. I don't know. At this rate, they're going to play freaking Carson Beck the entire game, man. Like,
no, but
Carson Beck has 188 passing yards.
It is crazy.
How many passing
15
attempts?
of 19.
Dear God. 15 and 19. Haynes King, 11 of 17.
Kenny Pickett, 8 of 11.
Wow.
Hold on a second now, Gabe.
It's going to go over.
Is that 47 attempts?
Yeah, it's going to go over.
What
10
was the
minutes
number?
left in the game. 58 and a half. They pulled it, too. I don't know. Maybe I'm an idiot and people hammered it to the over.
I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. That's interesting.
I just can't believe how many offensive plays there's been in this game. Like, back then 19 passes. Bam Knight has freaking 12 carries. Kiner has like 6 carries.
Full box
dude, like,
a little bit.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, 11 of 17, 8 of 11. Normally, these preseason games, they run the ball and the clock ticks. Like, this is, you know what I mean? This is like,
no, I got to tell you something. This is going to be.
Oh, here comes Larry Fitzgerald.
That sweep, Gabe, I feel like just told a story of what this second half's going to look like. A lot of bad football.
Here we go.
A lot of bad football on the way. I feel bad. Clearly, our guy Pat behind the scenes is sitting on under 34.5. They're going to make him watch at least middle fourth quarter, I feel like right now. He's going to be sweating this thing out.
Yeah, I said this next drive will sort of dictate. So, Carolina
Ball's
just
out.
fumbled at midfield.
Oh, my God.
Arizona recovers it, though, at midfield. Dear God. Now Arizona flipped to 160. This is when you remember, oh, God. He's out. He's not in. It's slow.
Really? Whoa.
Yeah, he's out.
You know what's funny? The total just got slapped under because it was
even though it's at midfield, you're right. Yeah, even though it's midfield.
Nuts. But do you agree with that, Gabe? Isn't the field position?
He's played in the preseason before. He's been in the NFL.
Slovis isn't like it's not like the Akron giveaway, right? Like, what's the deal here, guys? Like, this guy can't throw a football?
They lower the total, even though it was a fumble at midfield and recovered.
I can't. Every time I go to click this thing, I convince myself.
He just completed a pass. Now they're moving the ball. Oh, God.
Did he?
Yeah.
I can't.
This game is torture. NFL is back. Give me the tempo and the Portland Fire over.
All right, there we
back
go.
to a real league, WNBA. Fire tempo over Marina Mabry, over 19.5 points, and Savage over 13.5.
And listen, at Sports Rage is about 6 soccer picks I think he forgot to mention. We'll
Oh,
catch
yeah,
everybody
Cruz
right
Azul,
back
Club
here
America.
tomorrow.
Yeah, Club America.
I do think this is a championship contending team. We think we're building towards something great. I really do believe it.
I'm really excited to get our Colorado influx once they're done. And
really leaning into the feelings from last year. We're seeing the energy, we're seeing the pressure, and pressure breaks pipes, so it's only going to be a matter of time before we're able to get a little bit more.